What is up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Watch, and we are here with a character overview, going over the new Blazing Bash Kakashi and Obito, and possibly one of the most broken characters in the game, which is Obito, at least from first glance. I don't know if anyone would disagree with me once we go over his abilities, but this guy is literally off the charts broken, and I don't know what Bandai was thinking. And then Kakashi is pretty generic. Kakashi is a big damage dealer, but literally does nothing else besides damage, right? And he's kind of slow, so I don't know if he's going to see any play, but Obito will definitely be on every single team in the top tier areas because he just does too much. So let's just jump straight into it. As you guys know, so first of all, before I start off, I want to say shout out to Anton for the translations on the units. Shout out to Nordax for all the other information, such as the character art, their info over here, and then their jutsus, and then of course the Reddit for hosting this information. Now, starting off with Kakashi, the way I like to do it, if you guys don't know, for their non-Blazing Awakened form, I don't even bother reading their PvP thing, and then I do the exact opposite when it comes to their Blazing Awakened. I just read, PvE here and then PvP there, and then I'll do the same thing with Obito. So starting off with Kakashi, 80 cost, body, 44 HP, 2200 attack, short range, so relatively good. Jutsu is 5 times attack for 4 chakra, for 3 turns, dodge up to 3 attacks, pretty generic. Ultimate Jutsu, 15 times attack, single target, nullifies type disadvantage and knocks him back. Now this is pretty good. The one thing I want to note is that his body skills boost attack by 350. I don't know if this is an error. The only reason I'm saying that is, okay, it doesn't look like it. The only reason I'm saying that is because Final Valley Naruto had the highest attack boost at 300, and now all of a sudden they're giving it to this Kakashi, which is nothing wrong with it, but it's kind of weird. Now, Jutsu, nothing spectacular, 5 times attack, he's doing about 11k damage, and then he's dodging up for 3 turns, and it's a single target. Now, the ultimate Jutsu is 15 times attack, and it negates type disadvantage, so it's really good for those skill runs, right? You run him alongside a Blazing Fest Jiraiya, and all of a sudden you got a relatively good body team stacked onto you. When it comes to the dupe abilities, the first 3 are essentially useless. The last one is pretty good because when you stack this on with that negate type disadvantage, you are actually doing bonus damage to skill units, which is really, I'm going to say rare to come by. And then the last dupe is pretty much irrelevant. His sync skills are sync with body, boost attack by 200, and the same thing with sync with leaf. So let's take a look at the PvP form. 47,450 HP, 3888 attack, 204 speed. Now this is a problem, right? 204 speed is really low. He does have a lot of stats, just raw stats, but honestly, I'm sorry. It's 6 in the morning at this point, so I'm really tired. Now he is at 204 speed. Honestly, at this point, if you're not rocking like above 350 speed with pills, you're pretty slow, like really slow. Before, the standard of speed used to be lower. Like at 200 speed, you were pretty good. You were in the general area because around 250 speed was when you were considered high speed. Now anything below 300 is not considered that high anymore. So his jutsu is just 4.8 times attack AoE, and then his ultimate jutsu is 16 times attack single target, boosts own speed by 30%. Not that this is relevant. Like if you're getting his ultimate jutsu, you probably already won the game. But his jutsu, 4.8 times attack. It doesn't do anything else, but that might not matter considering that how much damage this guy does. If you manage to get increased multiplier by jutsu by 1 and that sync with leaf going in PvP, sync with body is a little bit harder, but if you get that going, you do a lot of damage. And then I'll go over the rest of the dupes in a second, but just to show you guys off. So we got 3888 plus 100 for pills, plus 200 for sync with leaf. Now if you take this, multiply by 5.8, I'm including the extra one multiplier from this last dupe over here. And I know like not everyone's gonna have it, but just to show you how much damage he actually does, he's doing 24,000 neutral damage, and then he's doing 36,000 type effectiveness to heart types, which is a really good thing considering that art types are one of the stronger elements in PvP. You have Final Valley Naruto and you have Hashirama. I honestly can't remember any other relevant art units. At least Blazing Bash, right? You have Sakura, no one uses. Orochimaru no one uses. You do see Madara's around, like Blazing Fest original Madara. Like you see him around, so he's another unit that you'll see just running around. So this Kakashi might just be good enough based on the amount of damage he does. Right, he's doing AOE. This is a long range. Like this is a huge range jutsu. So if he's hitting multiple heart units, if he's just hitting multiple units in general, I'm gonna assume that he's gonna be generating ultra combo with two hits. But you never know. You know, if he hits multiple units, he's definitely a good unit. But like I said, he doesn't do anything else besides damage. But does that really matter? Like people run Madara. Of course, Madara is like, you know, has resets and he's faster than this guy definitely, but he has way less attack. Right, he's doing about like 18,000 attack if you have him fully duped. AOE for a mid-range AOE, and then he just is tanky. That's really it, right? Madara is just a pest. So I don't know if this Kakashi might do the same thing. We'll see, but I don't. As of right now, first impressions, I don't think you're gonna see much of this Kakashi in PvP. Now let's go take a look at the Obito. Actually, I'll just show you guys very quickly the Kakashi. Okay. This was here. Let me just. That's single target, and then right here is the long ranges that I was talking about. It's just a fireball jutsu. I don't like that their animations are so generic. Like for Blazing Bash, they might not be considered anniversary units, but for Blazing Bash units that dropped in the month of anniversary, they're pretty subpar in terms of art and jutsus. The other ones were like relatively good. Now let's take a look at Obito. Obito in his PvE form, 1786 HP, 38 attack, mid-range, reduces enemy's chance of substitution by 20-25%. Okay. Buddy skill, 50% chance of dodging. Okay. Jutsu, 4 times attack and heart, AoE. 50% chance of jutsu ceiling. This is decent, nothing too crazy. Ultimate jutsu is 11 times attack, AoE. 80% chance of slip damage for 5 turns. Now he ignores substitution, he tanks heart by 25%, boosts damage to skill by 15%. I think these are relatively useless. I don't think his PvE version is that good. And then his PvP version, like I wouldn't even bother using this at all. His PvP version, 40k HP, about 3000 attack, and then 255 speed. Now he's relatively fast, right? He goes to 285. Like he doesn't break 300, but you know, he's not like too slow. Like I said, anything above 250 is good enough. Jutsu is, now here's the broken part. Here's why this guy might just be the most broken Blazing Bash unit of all time. 7.2 times attack, single target. Okay. 60% chance of chakra recovery ceiling for 3 turns. Reduces their chakra by 2, moves them back on the speed gauge, and knocks them back. So with this unit, Bandai decided to, like, you know, do we want to give Kakashi something good? And someone just decided to copy and paste the jutsu from Kakashi and just shove it onto Obito. Whatever status effects, you know, Kakashi was supposed to get, Obito got his plus that. That's pretty much what it looks like they did, right? He does 4 things essentially here, 5 things, right? He does a shit ton of damage, that's 1. He does chakra recovery ceiling, that's 2. Reduces their chakra gauge by 2, that's 3 things. Moves them back on the speed gauge at 4, and that knocks them back. Knocks them back might not seem like a big deal, but it definitely is, and I'll tell you that much. Like, ever since these Final Valley 2nd anniversary units are out, you know, shoving people around makes a big difference, right? Just pushing them into chakra pools wins you games half the time. So 7.2 times attack. This is 23,000 damage neutral, right? Now, when I did that math, I was including this. It might be like 22,000 without that. 60% chance of recovery ceiling for 3 turns. Just to give you guys a reference, Hinata, right? Blazing Bash Hinata does 60% chance chakra recovery ceiling for 4 turns. So it's just, you know, just so you know. And like Hinata had 7 times attack with 2,000 strength, whereas 3,000 tanks 7.2 times attack. Now reduces their chakra by 2. This is just stupid, right? Reducing their chakra by 1 is annoying enough, and then, you know, it was Kimimara's like, you still see Kimimara's and you can still screw people around, but it usually wasn't that big of a deal because you would take one chakra away, and then, you know, some other unit would just always be able to generate a chakra no matter what, usually. So it wasn't that big of a deal. But reducing their chakra by 2 is definitely, you know, annoying as shit, honestly. And then moves them back on the speed gauge. I don't even know why they put this on there. This was just like, you don't even include that, he's already good enough, right? So it's like, I don't know why this is here, but it's there. And then knocks them back. So then his dupe abilities, boost attack by 200, boost status ailment rate by 10%. So this 60% goes up to 70%. You got 15% chance to erase chakra consumption, pretty useless. And then 5% chance to restore 1 chakra when attacked, also pretty useless. It sometimes comes in handy, like when you get hit, people are going for you. All of a sudden you're generating chakra. Sometimes it is easy to get your ultimate because someone decided to, you know, you just got lucky, you generated a chakra or 2. You know, all of a sudden you're only a couple chakra away from your ultimate jutsu. But the thing is, the main dupe abilities are these first 3, and honestly you don't even need the dodge that much. Why is it doing that? You don't even need the dodge that much. As long as you have the first 2 abilities, you're good on this guy, right? So you pull him, you pull 2 more copies, you're ready to just win PvP. So there you go. I don't know what band I was thinking. Now, when it comes to summoning these units, first of all, there's a free on JP. We'll get this next week on Global, right? I always forget to mention in the beginning because there's always people who ask who don't know. JP is always 1 week ahead, so we're getting these guys in 1 week in Global. Now, this is the free banner. You know, it's just a free banner. You have a, you know, really low chance to pull, but you have like 800 different units that you can try to pull. I got on my free summon, I managed to get the Itachi right over here, which is pretty good. I'll take it. Now, originally there were no step ups, right? If you can see here, no step up banners. You can obtain 2nd anniversary cat coins by playing this, and whatever discount pearls. And then all of a sudden, right before the, you know, the app came up again from maintenance, they added step summons. So here we go. How does step summons work? So there's no featured units, right? There's no, like, they just decided to like throw those out the window. Now the only things that you can get are rate ups on the step summons. Now, I don't know, I think this is just 1 guaranteed unit, but you get speed pills, which is pretty good. I always like speed pills. Then you get a rate up on the 5th summon, you know, and it used to be 3% rate up, now it's a 1% rate up. Now you get 5th summon is for Obito, 6th summons for Kakashi. Then you get a, you know, dual rate up over here on the 8th step, and then 9th step you're guaranteed 1. So they did keep the guaranteed, and you do have the discounted summons, but the rates are significantly lower, right? Like, Jesus Christ. Because if you take a look at right here, Songluck actually wrote that the new Kakashi and Obito are not rated up. The 0.127% chance to get either one of them. So if you combine this together, you know, you have a 2.5% chance to pull either one. And then, yeah. So keep that in mind that it is guaranteed, but their rates are very low. So the chances of you pulling them on any step outside of the 9th step is extremely low. Keep that in mind. Now, that's really it for this one. In terms of the app updates and things like that, I'll go over that in a separate video. This was just a character overview. Hopefully you guys liked it. Let me know what you guys think of these units. Will you be summoning? Because some of people just skipped on the anniversary banner seeing that there was no rate ups. Are you going to be summoning for this guy or not? Let me know down below, and of course, subscribe if you're new to the channel, like and comment, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.